everyone! Okay, in this video it's going to be another fitness one, and I decided after doing my sort of ways of dealing with spiteful friends video that I would do one on like how to stay motivated whilst losing weight, because I know sometimes it's really hard. I'm not saying everything on this list that I've sort of got ready for the video worked for me. I'm just sort of comprising a list of just things that I've just come across, like from surfing the net and things like that, just so hopefully what I say on this list will be able to help you guys. So yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm not going to go into like doing it on like list of priority. I'm literally just going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. So yeah, the first one on my list is stop trying so hard. Now I know that's like the stupidest thing ever in a sense, but really when you think about it, it's not. If we, like, when you try so hard to lose weight, stay on track, do this, do that, it drains you and it makes you think, why am I bothering? I am more stressed out trying my hardest not to eat that donut or say no to a friend who's asked me to go out for a Chinese than it is. It's just easier to give in and say yes. But take a step back, still try, but maybe don't push yourself to the limit, and I don't know, maybe see what happens, because it might help. And before I do anything else, I'm just going to turn my little bedside lamp on and see if that gives a little bit more light, because it's not really that bright in here at the moment. 2 seconds. Yay, it's a bit better. Anyway, so yeah, I hope that one helped. The second one on my list is a good one. It's to clean out your closet, or sorry, that's obviously an American site I was on. Clean out your wardrobe. I know when so you can see my wardrobes are right behind me here. The far one is a corner wardrobe and then it all connects up here. I cleaned out and sorted out my wardrobe back just after I started losing weight, and a lot of the things I had were size 12, 14 and up. I think I only wore a couple of size 16 things and that was it, but most of them were like those tight, plum type tops, as I call them. But yeah, I found cleaning out my wardrobe really helpful, because I tried on certain clothes and, you know, some of the size 12 things drowned me. And I was like, oh my god, okay, that's great. That means I don't need to wear that anymore. I can give it to a charity shop, or, you know, I don't know, if you have, you know, wherever you're from, you might have someone that comes around once a week and collects clothes that you don't want and gives them to like the less fortunate or the charity or whatever. You know, I had 1 or 2 things that were so tight on me as a size 12 or a 14 or a 16 or whatever, and then I put it on and I was like, wow, this is like a sack on me, oh my god, I can get rid of it. So I did, and by doing that you will eliminate so many different items of clothing that you have, that, you know, and it'll make room for more clothes, and plus which you'll know what fits you. You might turn around and think, alright, I might be able to fit into certain size 10 tops, like me, like some of the tops I buy now. If it's a size 10, I can just about judge it. I think there's only been 1 or 2 tops I've bought where I thought, oh yeah, I can get that. I've got it home and tried it on and it's like, I can't breathe in this, it's a little bit too tight, my tummy sticks out still, or, you know, I'll have to walk around holding my tummy in every 5 seconds. Just take it back and get a size 12 or the next size up, because it's not worth being like holding your flaming stomach in, hardly breathing, not eating anything all day because you don't want to see your stomach sticking out or whatever. It's just not worth it. Just go and get a 12 and then work on, you know, losing a bit more weight as time goes on, and then you'll be able to get into that size 10. Or keep the top if you absolutely adore it and use that as a motivational thing. You can hang it on top of your wardrobe, inside your wardrobe, by your door, by your mirror, wherever you want. You can see it every day, and that might be a bit more of a motivational thing as well. You know, who knows? The next thing on my list is steer clear. I'm saying this right now. Steer clear of super skinny models. As daft as that sounds, it's the truth. You know, I know everybody wants to be a size 0, or, well, not everybody, but, you know, people turn around and they have this idea of where they're going to be. When I very first started losing weight, Michelle Keegan was my body type I wanted. And then I sat down and I thought about it and I thought, do you know what? It's not going to happen. Not for what I want. And now, I know I'm going to say this and a lot of people might turn around and go, oh my god, why would you want to do that? But my body type model for me now is actually more like Kim Kardashian and Khloe Kardashian. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of negative comments about this, but I don't really care because my body shape, it sort of has that sort of hourglass type figure. Yeah, I'm not kind of bigging myself up, I'm just saying. But my hips do go out, I have to admit. So I've got to work on my hips because I know I've got a bit of extra sort of, I don't know, puppy fat or whatever you want to call it there. So, but I like what, you know, once Kim had North and she really went to the gym and she, you know, you could start to see that figure and I just thought, you know what, I like her curves. I don't want to be stick thin where I just go straight down, but that's not my body type anyway. My body type doesn't go straight down, it goes out and in and everything else. So, you know, find the right model for you. If your body type is hourglass, or I know I'm using Kim Kardashian as a I can't think of what the flipping word is now, but as that, because as an example, because that's the only one that can come to my head at the moment. If you have got the same body type as Michelle Keegan, then good for you. You go for it because that is the body type for you. Don't try and go beyond what your body type is, because you're more likely to give yourself real bad health problems and you'll never be happy. And you'll constantly find issues like, oh, you know, I can't get to her body type because, you know, maybe I'm not eating the right thing, or maybe, you know, when really what your body type is, if you try really hard, is still stunning, whether you want to go for Kim Kardashian or whether you want to go for Michelle Keegan. You know, at the end of the day, we're all beautiful. I'm not, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's that one. I hope that made sense, because I'm not sure if I kind of went straight off the bandwagon onto something else there, but yeah, hopefully I explained that properly. If not, let me know in a comment below and I will just post a video on that specific comment. Yeah. The next one on my list is focus on a feeling. Now, this one I thought was really good because most of the time we all focus on numbers. It's always numbers, numbers, numbers. Like, I'm 8 stone, I've got to lose 2 pounds, I've got to lose half a stone, I've got to lose this, I've got to lose that. Yes, if you know you have to lose, say, you know what your goal weight is and you're a pound off that goal weight, that's fine. Concentrate on the number, but also concentrate on the feeling that you get when you're working out or when you eat a salad, or, you know, because the feeling will keep you going a lot, as, you know, pretty much in the same. You know, you're in a race, you know, you've got your feelings running, you've got your numbers running. They're going to be competing against each other, but pretty much they'll be neck and neck until the finishing line. Both of them is what's going to keep you going and keep the momentum of your motivation going. But sometimes, you know, if we concentrate so much on numbers, it really kind of, you just like, I can't be dealing with this, it's too much, or something like that. And then you sort of, I don't know, you sort of want to, you lose interest and maybe you do lose the motivation. But if you concentrate on the feeling as well as the numbers, you get where I'm going with that, because otherwise I'm just going to keep going around in circles on that one. But hopefully that one makes sense as well. The next one on my list is build or create a plan. I suppose that one is for, you know, your starter-outers, really, you know, your beginners, if, you know, you're just hopping on the bandwagon of wanting to lose weight or starting a healthy lifestyle or whatever you're choosing to do. I think it's really good to have a plan. You know, you can say, you know, you can make a list of healthy meals that you like. You could make a list of restaurants that you can go to that are, like, you know, that serve healthy food. The gyms that you like, places you want to go for a run, you know, different healthy smoothies that you like, or, you know, you can start building a list, you can start building a plan. You know, you could say, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a week, or I'm going to go here, you know. If you have a plan, you're probably more likely to stick to it than you are if you're just kind of throwing it out the top of your head and you're going to go, oh right, okay, I'm going to go to the gym on Thursday. Thursday I'll probably come and go, and then Friday I'll think, oh, I was going to go to the gym last night. Oops. So you know, I'm not saying that that's what it can be like, because some people are really good just off the top of their head. They think, right, Thursday, I'm going to go to the gym. And on Thursday, they go to the gym. But sometimes it's nice to have a plan to fall back on, because again, you can fall back on it and you can look at it and think, oh, right, okay, I said I was going to do this. Or, oh, yeah, I forgot that there was that meal I wrote down. You know, just sometimes it helps. You know, I'm not saying it does, but sometimes it does. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, this one's a good one. Plan a treat halfway. So, say you get, you know, you've got your goal in mind and you are halfway between, you know, you've got to the halfway point. You've only got another half left to get to your goal. Plan a treat halfway. That could be anything. That could be a meal out with your friends. It could be a spa weekend. It could be, you know, tub of ice cream to share between four of your good friends, or, you know, whatever. It could be anything as long as it makes you happy. You know, maybe you know, hop on the scale, see how much weight you've lost, or go to town and try out a new, you know, see that top you've been seeing in New Look that's on 20% off, and you think, oh, you know, I didn't think I'd fit into it before. Go on, try it on. It might fit, and then that'll give you, you know, it's just a little something to sort of keep you going, keep the motivation going. Because sometimes you get halfway and you think, you sort of hit a brick wall. You kind of think, oh, you know, I'm so close, but just to keep going, it's just getting a bit hard now. So, you know, plan a treat halfway. Stick it in your diary, stick it on your calendar. You know, book a weekend. You know, book a weekend away somewhere, to a spa weekend or somewhere abroad. Because if you're going to do that, you know you have to stay on plan. You know you have to stay on track. Because if you're going to be wearing a bikini, you know you're going to have to stay on track. Or if you're going to wear a swimsuit, you know, people always say bikinis, and I've got to get out of the habit of doing that, because not everybody does. I wore a bikini for the first time back about, you know, 6-7 months. Yeah, 6-7 months ago, and I was bricking it. I was so scared. But I knew I was going to be okay as far as I could be, because I'd gone to the gym. Well, I went to Curves, which is sort of like a gym, but I'd gone nearly every night apart from the weekends and say a Friday for like the 3 weeks prior to me going away. So I knew I was going to be alright. But because I did that, if you see what I'm getting at, I knew I was going to be okay. So yeah. I'm kind of going overboard on this, I'm sorry. Act as if. That is definitely the next one. If you're going to turn around and act as if you've already lost weight, or act as if you're already, you know, you're already there, sometimes that can give you a bit of a confidence boost. Now, I know when I started losing weight, my confidence was still really, really bad. I'm not saying I'm like, oh yeah, I'm great and wonderful now, because I'm not. My confidence is still really bad. But I have days where I think, do you know what? I look alright. I look okay. Sometimes a little bit of confidence each day, it does go a long way. I was never a skirt or a dress person. The back one, not the corner one, but the one in front of it, that's got like dresses and skirts and stuff in it now. I only possess about 3 in total. Now it's like a dress and a skirt, blah blah blah. I wore a dress and a skirt to work, obviously on separate days, and I got to work, and this was before I had keys, so I had to stand outside work for at least 20 minutes whilst people are taking their kids to school, driving past, walking past, and I'm stood there thinking, I look okay, I look alright, remember you look okay, oh my god, this was a mistake, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, and you're panicking, but no one's walking past and going, oh shit, she looks awful, oh god. You know, I never got any looks like that. I don't think people would genuinely turn around to you in the middle of the street and go, dear God, you realise you look awful, unless you do look terrible. But I've never seen that happen in my 23 years of life, so hopefully that will never happen, because that would be terrible. But yeah, so doing that made me feel good. Plus which, I'd already lost a bit of weight, but I knew I could pull it off. So acting as if I'd already lost enough weight helped me, and I didn't panic so much. So then the next time I thought, oh, do you know what, I'm going to wear that skirt because I know I can do it. And I did. And sometimes that's just the little boosters that you need to keep yourself going. I know I keep, you know, and I say the little title of what's on my list, and I am going a little bit over the top on, you know, and going on about what I'm trying to say, but my issue is I'm not always wonderful at explaining things, so sometimes you might listen to me and be like, okay, what does she mean, or what's she on about? but my intentions are there, but it's just how it comes out here. But yeah, so bear with me. Hang your motivation by your bedroom door or your mirror. I know I already covered this one in cleaning out your closet or your wardrobe, but I'm only going to quickly go over it again because I already explained it before. But, you know, it is handy. It really is, because you'll see it every day and, you know, you'll keep that in your mind as if to say, I can do it. I desperately want to wear that pair of jeans, a dress, a skirt, those shorts, that top, that bikini, that swimsuit, that whatever. Look good in that new pair of undies for my boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever. You know, it just does spark off that, you know, oh, I've got to keep going, and it does work. So give it a try. Give yourself tough love. That's my next one on my list, and I think that one was actually quite good. When I first saw it, when I came across it on the internet, I did think, oh, give yourself tough love, what the hell does that mean? And then I looked at the little description that they had underneath it, and I thought, actually, do you know what, that's quite good. Another, like, you know, if you come down to your halfway point, you know, if you decide that you don't want to do your treat halfway, or when you're doing your treat halfway, it all depends on what your treat is. Say you're deciding to go to a restaurant, you've had your nice salad, but your treat is actually going to be a nice slab of chocolate cake. Then, you know, you could turn around and have a slice of chocolate cake and then think, ooh, I could have another slice of chocolate cake, and then I'll work it off really, really good. Next week I'll go to the gym extra, I'll work extra on the treadmill or on the weights or whatever, or I'll swim an extra lap, whatever you decide to do at the gym. You could, or you could say, no, I'm only going to have that one slice of cake, that's all I'm going to have because that is my treat. Be tough on yourself, but also turn around and think where you could be in 6 months' time, or where you could be in 2 months' time. Because that extra slice of chocolate cake, that might not appear on your body next week. It might wait a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden you've got an extra, like, you know, you've put on an extra pound or something. You think, I didn't do anything. I only had that, you know, that 2 slices of chocolate cake back about 3 weeks ago. Where's that come from? That's the bugger. I know when I was in Slimming World, there was 1 or 2 of the girls were like, oh yeah, I'll go have a chippy now, and you think, I don't know, you know, just because you've weighed in now, your next weigh-in could be perfect. You could have lost a pound, but the weigh-in after, a lot of them had put on a pound or put on a pound or 2. It all depends on what they had as their treat halfway through their week. So just be careful, but if you do ever come to that mindset where you think, oh, I'll go on, I'll have that, just try and think about that, and also think about where you could be in 6 months' time, because you could be a stone lighter from not having that piece of chocolate cake, or that chocolate cake could be the turning point of whether you reach your goal weight or whether you have to work an extra week and a half or an extra month before you reach it. So always try and keep that in mind. Ditch the daily weigh-ins. When I was in Slimming World as well, it's the main reason I quit, and also because I didn't used to stay for group after, I just used to weigh in and go home. And I always found I could pay myself £5 and put £5 in a pot and weigh, and then at the end of the month I could use that money for something else. But when you weigh like every day or every week, you don't really have a chance to see the difference. You know, yeah, you could have lost a pound in a week, and I think that's great. If you could do that, I could never do that. I think I did it once or twice, and that was it. But sometimes it's just, it'll stop you because you think, oh, I'm not losing anything. What's the point? But say, you know, I always try to do a weigh-in, you know, maybe every month, maybe every 2 months. Sometimes I'm too nervous to stand on the scales because I think, oh God, I don't know. But, you know, it's always good to know where you stand. And I'm sorry I'm scratching my nose. I was literally playing with my dogs in the kitchen before I decided to do this video, and now I've got dog fur on my nose, so I do apologise. But yeah, you know, it's always good to know where you are with your weight, but sometimes it can be more detrimental to you to weigh every single day than it is to, say, weigh once a month or once 2 months, or once every 6 months. It all depends on how you feel and where you are in your weight loss, your weight journey, healthy lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, because not everybody likes to call it a diet, or, you know, sometimes it's better to call it a healthy lifestyle. But yeah, let's see what that does for you. The next one on my list is called a selfie a day. Now, I think a selfie a day is a little bit like the previous one we just talked about, weigh in a day. You're not really going to see much of a difference. But doing a selfie, say every time you weigh, take a selfie. That could be a good idea, actually, because you turn around on the scales and you see the difference. You might be able to see the difference again on your pictures. I'm not saying you're going to, because, like, you know, the weight could come off your arms this month, or your bum this month, or your neck, or wherever. I always know when I've put on weight, because my chin it sort of goes a bit funny and I don't like it. So, but that's me. So that's when I know I've put on weight. But you know, you lose weight in different areas. It doesn't always come off your legs or your tummy or your bum or what, you know, wherever. So take a selfie. Stand in front of that mirror in your undies and you take a picture and you keep it. You know, it's not a naughty picture or a dirty picture. It's a progress picture, people. Come on, you know, I'm not being funny. Let's all, you know, grow up a little bit. You know, if you have a picture of yourself like that on your phone, I will happily admit that I do, because I don't care. I'm not sending them out as bloody whatevers. They are progress pictures. So, you know, use them as that, and you will start to see, over the months that you take them, you'll start to see a difference, and that will really help you as well. It really does help to keep you motivated, because you think, oh, it's working. I can't remember what the exact words are, but there is a saying, I've seen it on Facebook a couple of times. You know, it takes your friends a couple of weeks to notice, your family your family a couple of weeks, your friends a couple of months, and you longer to notice that you've lost weight. You know, I saw a friend a couple of days ago and she was like, oh my God, you've lost so much weight. And I was like, have I? I didn't think I'd lost that much weight, because of, you know, I'd fallen off the bandwagon probably about 3 months ago. Well, I'll say 2 months ago, actually. So I've only had 2 months of getting back into it before I got to this stage again. So when she was like, oh my God, I was like, oh, okay, maybe I have lost more weight than I'm giving myself credit for. So anyway, try that one. Silence your inner critic. Now, my inner critic is horrible. She's a total bitch. If I even have a tiny little negative thought about the way I look, oh my God, she is straight in there with, oh my God, you look terrible, and oh, you shouldn't be wearing that top, you look horrible, or it's just nasty. And I know everybody's got this, you know, I know everyone's got their angel and their demon on their shoulder, and the demon's always a pain in the backside anyway. But, you know, try and ignore what you're saying to yourself, because, you know, your negativity is so detrimental to your progress that you're making. And really, you know, you probably look amazing. I'm sure you look amazing anyway. But do you see what I'm trying to get at? Because I put a top on a couple of weeks ago and I thought, oh my God, I look terrible. And then I thought, no, I'm not gonna try and think of it like that. I'm gonna try and think positively and think, do you know what? All right, I don't look 100% wonderful, but I don't need to put a bag over my head. So I went out and I was a bit like, oh my God, all right, okay, I can do this. And as the day wore on, by the time the day finished, I thought, I'm really glad I wore that top. I know I can go out and I can wear that top again, but this time when I go out, I know I'll feel 100% more confident than I did when I first wore it. So try it. If, you know, a family member walks past you before you go out the door and says, oh, I don't know, see how you feel, because I know family members sometimes can be a bit judgmental, but sometimes they're saying it for your benefit as well. So see how you feel on that one. The last one on my list is confront your fears. Now, I know I've sort of touched on that throughout the entire video, but confronting your fears, like me wearing a dress or a skirt to work, once I did it once, and twice, and 3 times, and so on and so forth, you forget that you were terrified of doing it. You kind of turn around and you think, alright, okay, I can do this, I can do this. So now when summer comes, this year, I know that I can turn around and wear a dress or a skirt, maybe possibly even without tights or leggings, as I did once. I'm still bricking it, but I think I can do it again. And you won't feel so bad. You know, it's like when I was going on my spa weekend away with my mum. You know, I'd recently just split from my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, you know, I was up and down. I was like, oh, you know, I don't think I can do this. I can't wear a bikini. What was I thinking? I should have worn a full body, you know, I should have bought a full-bodied swimsuit. Maybe I'm not ready to wear a bikini now. Got to the hotel, stuck it on, walked out and thought, okay, there's everything, you know, because it was really busy there. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? But I walked out, got in the pool, had a swim, got out, went in the sauna, jacuzzi, back in the pool, out, in, out, in. And over that time, I forgot. Because when, to be honest, you notice other people around you that have, I'm sure, body insecurities of their own. Or you notice that maybe you're not the biggest person in the pool. That sometimes makes you feel better. I mean, for me, when I was there, yeah, I have to admit there was a hen night going on, so there was a load of skinny flipping girls in the pool, which was really not helpful. God bless them. But still. But yeah, a couple of hours after, when I went back in the pool, there was a gentleman in there. Oh my gosh, bless him. He must have been, I don't know how big he was, but he was quite big. He was in that pool, he was wearing swimming trunks, and he was really going for it. He was doing lap after lap after lap. And I had so much respect for him, because I thought, well, he knows his own body insecurities, and he's fighting his own fears of being the biggest person in the pool. That's always the scariest thing. It's the same when you go to the gym. Am I the biggest person at the gym? Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Maybe there is somebody who is bigger than you that came at a different time. But at the end of the day, you're all there for the same reason if you're going to go to the gym. You know, no one goes to the pool just to show off. The only people that do that don't actually get in the pool because they're too terrified of getting their hair wet. So, confront your fears. I really hope that all those pointers that I said, and my explanations, however daft they came out as, I really do hope that they did help. And that maybe you can take 1 or 2 of them and put it into daily life and things like that. I mean, I know 1 or 2 of them has worked for me, but, you know, again, like I've said before in other videos, you know, I'm not a personal trainer, I'm not a nutritionist, so anything I do say in my videos, they're just my thoughts, what's worked for me, and, oh, for Christ's sake, sorry, little things like that. So I think at the end of the day, you've just got to do what works for you. So I hope they helped. Yes, this is New Year's Eve that I'm filming this. I am probably going to do this video, jump in the shower, wash my hair, and then go over to my grandparents' house, which is across the road, and celebrate bringing in 2015. If you are still with me in this video at this time, I really hope everyone has an amazing, you know, celebration tonight. And you know, let's get 2015 off to a fantastic start. You know, make your lists, you know, have fun, you know, let's just start 2015 in the best way. And hopefully, you know, with the videos that I do and everything over the course of the next year, you'll get to where you want to be, or, you know, you'll start the ball rolling to get yourself happier or in the shape that you want to be, or whatever. So yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing night, celebrate 2015 coming in, and Happy New Year! Bye!